Hey, everybody, it's Icy. And I hope everyone's doing well. I know it's been a while since I've been online and done a live, and I apologize for that, but I'm back and I'm looking forward to getting back in touch with everyone and getting back on track with my lives, my my postings, and just really reconnecting with you all and just getting out there and saying hi. So I'm looking forward to today, and I'm looking forward to this post and to just really connecting with you all again, and you all hopefully connecting with me. So what I want to talk about today is, with everything that's happening with the coronavirus, a lot of people are wondering, how do I post? What do I do? Can I even post? What's appropriate? What's not appropriate? Um, you know, it's even considered, people are even concerned that, their businesses are, they should put it on hold right now because they can't really go online, and they're just really trying to, they're like not quite sure. They're in that like gray area where they're not sure which is the right path to go down with everything that's happening today. But what I'd like to talk about on this live is to let you know that, quite frankly, now more than ever is when you really should be posting. Actually, you should be posting more than you normally would, because it's really going to help you by staying connected with your customers, staying connected with your clients, keeping your business going. There's certain things you're going to do right now that you have to be. Oh, sorry, everybody. I'm going to pick my dog up because he wants to be part of the video again. But there's certain things you have to be careful of. I'm not going to lie to you. You want to be very careful in what you do and what you say, because you want to be, you want to be, you just want to be careful, because you want to make sure that what you're putting on your post and what you're saying in your lives is something that's going to be sympathetic to what's happening around us. So with that being said, I'm going to start today's topic of conversation, which is literally how to handle social media during the coronavirus crisis. Okay, so how many of you have asked yourself, you really don't know what to say on your social media accounts during this outbreak? Well, that's what I'm going to tell you about. But what I'm going to specifically be talking about is your tone and your brand voice on social media and what it should be, what to post, and how do you respond to social media comments during all of these trying times. Because as we all know, tensions are rising about, the coronavirus, and it's clearly the topic, the foremost topic of social media today. I mean, we've got people out there that are spreading misinformation on social media, and then you've got other people out there that are so insensitive to this crisis. So what can you do as a business owner, as a network marketer, as an entrepreneur? What can you do to make sure that your social media isn't missing the mark? Well, first off, let me start by saying that, as I mentioned before, I absolutely wholeheartedly recommend that you keep your social media presence going with a regular and planned post. This is the time, if you've never done it before, be consistent. And I don't mean just on Facebook or on just one singular social media platform. I mean across all the social media platforms. It's so I can't stress enough to you how important it is right now for you to keep your face out there, keep your name of just keep your brand out there, letting people know that you're still there, you're still you're still out there working, and you're still out there offering your product, your services, and yourself. So definitely stay on your social medias, stay on them continuously, stay on them persistently, and stay on them consistently. The other thing you want to do right now is you might want to even increase your posting a little bit. A lot of people have a lot of downtime right now. I mean, we're all at our stay-at-home, stuck in our stay-at-homes, which is giving us much more downtime than we normally have had in the past. And you want to be cognizant of that, because knowing that as a fact, people are going to be on their phones more, on their computers more, whatever their devices might be, looking at social media. So take this time to try new things, try new social media platforms. If you've never done Instagram stories, do Instagram stories. Do video series. Do something that keeps you keeps you out there and keeps you constantly showing up in your feed, in the stories, on all the different platforms. The other thing I want to tell you too, because regardless of how of your personal opinions about how the outbreak is being handled, everyone now should be using crisis protocols for their social media. And when I say that, I'm not saying that to intimidate you. What I'm saying by that is watch your tone. Watch your tone when you put your post up there. If you make a mistake, apologize. And above all else, continue to show empathy. Also, since the protocols and cultural sentiment are changing constantly and fast, it's not day by day anymore. It's literally minute by minute on this issue, the coronavirus issue. Make sure you're continually checking your content on your social media. What might have been good one day or, last week or even a month ago may not be as good to post today. An example might be you may have posted a couple or even last month for that matter that you went out and you had a really great meal at some restaurant, or you went out somewhere and had a really fun time somewhere. Well, right now we all know that that's not something that's possible. So you don't want to put that out there. You don't want to show that you're doing something that's not considered crisis protocol. Also, realize that your followers may have loved ones who are suffering from the coronavirus, or they're at a high risk from complications of the coronavirus. So make sure you keep your tone empathetic. Make sure you keep your tone upbeat. And always, always, always be supportive of others that are out there. Another thing to keep in mind, never make light of the virus or make light of any of the recommendations that are out there to prevent the spread of the virus. Don't question whether the precautions are needed, and don't even mention anything to indicate that you yourself are not following these protocols. And I can't stress this enough. Avoid all conversations about politics that have to do with the coronavirus, unless, of course, that's what's your business and it's it's on brand for your business. Don't talk about politics on your business Facebook page. It's just it just doesn't look good. It's not going to get you the kind of response that you're looking for. Not now, not right now. So don't make that a topic of conversation, and don't add that into your posts or into your lives. Next thing, don't post any sales, don't post any discounts, and you know what? Don't ask people to purchase something for at least until you know that the economy is back up and running and the stay-at-home has been lifted. It's just in really poor taste if you do that right now. And you don't want to look like you're trying to profit off of what's going on with this crisis. And you also don't want to look like you're insensitive to the situation out there regarding job losses and financial problems that people are enduring because of everything that's happening with coronavirus. If any of your business practices have changed, I'm sorry, that was somebody calling me. If any of your business practices have changed, like your hours or how you're working, make sure you update that on your social profiles. You could even create a post that talks about, how things have changed on your with your hours and anything that's happening with your business. But make sure you update that. Let people know. You don't want to fall off into the wayside. And now finally, if your post updates, if you want to post updates about the virus, this even applies to your personal page or your personal Facebook page. Make sure that whatever you post comes from highly trusted sources that being like the CDC or the WHO. Because you, above all, you don't want to be accused of spreading misinformation, you want to make sure that everything you put out there is something that is reliable and it comes from trusted sources, and it's something that you would rely on yourself. And having said all of that, I still would not post anything that has to do with any of the coronavirus regarding any of these updates on your business page. I just wouldn't. As a matter of fact, to me, I would highly recommend that you keep any of those kind of things off your business page. Again, unless it's something that's related to your business, then you would have to. But if it's not, keep it to the personal page. Don't put it on your business page. All right, now, I've talked about what your tone and your brand voice should be in your social media post. Now I want to talk about some social media content ideas that I've come up with during the coronavirus crisis. Oh, sorry about that. We have some puppies here playing. You guys okay? I'm doing a live here. Okay. Sorry about that. Some puppies are having some fun down there. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Some social media content ideas that you could actually use during the coronavirus. Now, having said all that, I want you to remember that at this time, tensions can rise. So it's easy right now for you to offend people on social media. So with this, so the recommendations I'm going to give you, keep that in the back of your mind as I'm talking a bit about them for your social media post. Now, first off, stay away from any discussion that has to do with traveling, dining out, or attending any events, anything along those lines that you might be doing right now. Instead, talk about it, about what you did with all of that in the past, or what you're looking forward to doing with all of that in the future. An example might be, I love to do that when things return to normal. Secondly, in your content, when you're posting or when you're doing a live, talk about things that you're doing at home with your family. Give other ideas and ask for recommendations. Suggest some movies to watch. Talk about things to do with your kids, with your kids' ages, or if you have nieces and nephews with those kids' ages. Different things for people to get an idea of what they can do when they're staying at home. If you made some fun meals, talk about the recipes. Give some ideas of some meals you made that you want to share with your audience. Third, provide some tips that are relative to your industry that people can do from their home. For example, if you're a designer, tell them how to restyle a shelf with some decoration that they already have at their house. You may want to help them also move around some plants and help them redo the inside of their home with just using the plants they have and rearranging their plants. Just some fun design tasks that they can do with their family while everybody's at home. Fourth, feel free to mention coronavirus, COVID-19, or even social distancing by name, because right now that's massive news. It's, if not the news that everybody's talking about. And I got news for you. By not mentioning it, it makes you seem more unsympathetic than it does otherwise. So definitely bring it up. Now, having said that, don't talk about it in all your posts. I would recommend you do it in like 30 to 50% of them, and you don't have to make it the full post. Just put it in those posts as something subtle. Just, make a reference to it and letting them know that you're being cognizant of the fact of what's happening around you and that this is something that's happening, we're going through right now. Lastly, at a time like this, like I said before, tempers can flare up. So you may see a rise in negative comments on your social media posts, which, keep in the back of your mind at this also, that it's really more to do with frustration about what's happening around us than it really has anything to do with you. So While you always want to respond to all the comments you get, do so with the utmost of respect and empathy. People who are reacting with hostility, they may just be highly stressed. So don't argue with them. Just diffuse the situation. So I hope these guidelines are helpful in navigating how to handle your social media in these changing times. And just remember, the good news is we're going to get through this, and we're going to get through this together, and you can do this. I know you can. And it's something that it's bringing us together, and it's uniting us, and we're all going to make it. So hang in there. I'm Icy. Until the next time, everybody take care, stay healthy, and I look forward to seeing you and talking to you with you soon. Bye, everybody.